Welcome to another great edition of the CFS show. Welcome, Chef and the Fox. Joining us a little later will be Sean Shorkey. Joining us a little bit later will also be Chef Michael. May have another surprise guest for you there a little bit later. We're going to break down all the action for tomorrow for Saturday's plays, and then on Sunday, I'm so giddy. I get one of my favorite leagues that I actually cash more than I cash in any other league. Starts tomorrow. I am stoked. I am getting ready. We're going to get ready to hit this. We're probably going to hit some other sports tonight as well. We're going to talk about baseball. We've got some games going on. We got some NBA action as well. The Rockets are off to a 9-point lead versus Toronto. It should be a great show. Glad to have you here. If you're in here, if you're watching by replay, that's fine. Hit me up. Let me know if you got any questions. Joining with me is my co-host, Sean Shorkey, who's still laid up a little bit for at least 6 or 7 more weeks. Sean, can you?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing?
I told the guys I sat there and said, make sure that we realize we're probably going to hit some multiple sports tonight. There's obviously some other sports going on as well. We're looking at, especially with a lot of the leagues closing, some things like that. So I also was telling them I am so stoked. The Chinese Super League starts tomorrow. Oh, I am stoked. It's a brand new format, brand new setup. We're going to cash. We've cashed every year we've done it. I am absolutely stoked.
That's awesome.
I'm getting ready for that. That's going to be great. All right. I know Chef will be joining us a little bit later. Ant joined us last week. I asked him if he wants to get bored and talk a little baseball. Pop on here. We'll talk some baseball. What's going on? Let you know a little bit of kind of on the action I'm on right now. I'm on the under 198 in the Toronto game. Right now, live is at 192, so that's looking good. I'm on the Houston Rockets +3. We're up by 5. I just think their bench is bigger than Toronto's bench, and what I've seen in these games, fourth quarter, nobody plays that's worth a damn in the beginning one of these games. So with that being said, that's it. I'm on a bunch of baseball action. I know the baseball chat was hopping and hyping. I popped in there a couple times. I forgot I had it muted. And definitely we had a good contingent in there already talking some little bit of the round ball. So it's good to see. So
yeah, they got some good picks in there. I'm kind of tailing a couple people. So
yeah, I was able to hit the Mets earlier. I've got them in a parlay. I was able to hit the Braves +1.5 too. So I'm not too happy with that. I lost the over. The over 7.5 died a slow death. So no one could hit with those two pitchers. Soraka pitched great. It's there. I'm on this Cincinnati. I've got Cincinnati money line and Cincinnati -1.5. So we'll see how that turns out. But other than that, let's get rolling. Let's get started. Welcome to those in the chat. Got a couple people in, started early, which is good. Like I said, we'll look at the live games that we went through. On the one baseball action we know it there, I was going to say the Cubs, and then the Cubs hit a 2-run homer. So that kind of went for the wayside. Toronto's playing Tampa Bay. I know a lot of people are on Tampa Bay. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I don't see the same action. Baltimore and Boston. The Baltimore lineup is a AAA squad. If they win 6 games, I'll be shocked. I really will.
I saw some stat today, and I was trying to find it. I don't think I took a screenshot of it. It was something like favorites on opening day are about might be 70 or 75% they win. Just like a little stat, I guess. I don't know.
Some of that's because they had the better pitcher. That's why they're the favorite. Yeah. So, I mean, if you can go 2/3 of the game winning, then that's gives you a chance there to be able to win. So I could definitely see that. But, yeah, I'm glad for baseball to be on. I mean, sometimes I need things to be able to put me to sleep during the day. So nothing like putting a baseball game by about the 5th, 6th inning, you're asleep. There's absolutely there. I mean, and with no fans in the stands, You want to talk about a sport that badly needs fans?
Yeah.
This is like watching like a practice session at a high school. I mean, this is. I understand it's baseball, it's there, but this is. I am so pissed at NBA TV. This is going to be my shout out against them. You haven't had basketball for 3 months, so you put all your scrimmages and stuff on NBA TV on a Friday night. This should be on TNT. This is a decent game, decent players. Get a chance to get some rah-rah back. I mean, this game should be on TNT. And be able to sit there and say, okay, it's not, it doesn't make any sense to me. I thought that was a terrible there to say, oh, we'll put on NBA TV so people can actually watch NBA TV. The Raptors have stormed back in the last minute. I know this is keeping everybody's attention. It's 32-31. But other than that, let's get to the games. Let's get to soccer. What's up, Yellow? Glad to see you around. Glad to see you around. All right. I'll be honest with you, we're going to do some things. I'm going to look for some different lines. Like I said, we saw the Atlanta game, and I was on over 3.25 because that's the only line I got.
That missed penalty kick was a bummer.
Yeah, and then I did some deep dives. I mean, I basically said 100%. If I had a chance to get a better book, first half over 1.5 was my favorite play, and first goal before the 24th minute was my second favorite play, which I put on the Discord. So both of those cashed. But unfortunately, I don't get those, so I just help you guys. All right. Looking at the thing, you got Wellington Phoenix versus Adelaide United. Very interesting thing. You're getting plus money on both sides. Not a lot of game that Wellington Phoenix particularly needs, but they are at home. They're going to make that A-League playoffs quarterfinals. I mean, that's what they're going to make the playoffs because that's what the A-League does. It runs a whole kind of playoff format. So as long as you're in that 3 to 6 range, you're going to make the quarterfinals. They could catch Melbourne City. So right now you're at home. You've got Wellington Phoenix at a plus 110. I think you got to take a shot with that. Yeah. I think you got to take the plus 110 for Wellington Phoenix. Go ahead, try to do a little waking cash action to start the day. Put it in a parlay. Red scored another run.
I got the Reds in a parlay.
Yeah, they're playing Detroit. Detroit's just up there with Baltimore. That should just be their own division. Baltimore and Detroit. Here, you guys play each other every game. It's the only games you guys are going to win. I'm sorry. If you sit there and you look at that lineup is terrible. That's there. I mean, so I look at Wellington Phoenix and say it's there. And of course, for whatever reason, I'm only getting the Tasmanian Championship. I love my book. All right, I may hit you up later for this off the record.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, in that one also, I mean, the over 3 isn't a bad look either.
It is over. Yeah, but what I've noticed, especially lately in that league, as you get closer to the playoffs and closer to the line, the goals are drying up. Teams are playing a little more close to the vest. You got 4 games left. Nobody really wants to just run full board. Even Sydney had some trouble scoring last week. So that would be my only question. I could see 3 as being the high part of that. So to sit there and say that's where I want to go, I'm not sure. I don't see a lot of value in that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. Detroit was wishing the season got canceled. So, I mean, I like Wellington. Let me write this down. Get on my other sheet of paper. I like Wellington Phoenix plus 110. Are you taking the over 3 as an official play?
No. I mean, you talked me out of it. I was just looking at it.
The second game is Melbourne victory versus Western United. I mean, Western United technically 3 points off that magic space. So if Adelaide United, who's playing Wellington Phoenix, loses, there's definitely some value here, but you're on the road versus a Melbourne Victory team. Now, Melbourne Victory has not been that very good. This is possibly a chance if you want to take an over. They're definitely conceding goals. I was trying to look at what you got right now for the line. Is that 3 as well?
Yeah, that's 3 as well. They're kind of going high on the. So it's 2. I mean, 2.5 isn't too bad, but I guess 3.
Yeah, 2.5 is minus 163. I see,
Yeah.
but I see at 2.75 at 1.8. I would take that.
Yeah.
I would take it over 2.75. I'll give that as official play. I actually would take a shot at Western United as well. If you want to take them, draw no bet, because there is a guy who tells me all the time that when you see 2+ money sides, it always ends up in a draw.
Have you paid attention to that?
I have. Because almost every game I pick where we got plus money on a nice thing, it ends up in a draw.
Right.
So the only game that didn't end up in a draw this week that was like that was the Columbus Crew. But that was a gift. Damn, we should have hammered that a lot more. Atlanta United. I'm going to give Western United draw no bet. I mean, I think you're getting that at minus 110. You're not getting the plus money. I'm probably going to take a nibble also at that absolute gorgeous plus 175. But I think as an official play will be Western United draw no bet, and I'll take Western over 2.75.
I like that.
I like that. I definitely like that. All right, so let's get into the fun. Belarus, anything. This has been a stay away league since they've had the transfers.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing really. I haven't really paid it. Like, I don't know too much about the transfers, but it has definitely taken a turn. The only thing that was standing out to me was Dynamo Minsk and Gorodea. I guess Gorodea. The over 2.5 in that. But again, that's only going based off their previous players. I would have to deep dive into it, but it kind of stood out to me, those two teams. I could see that going over 3 or over 2.5. It's minus 130.
I looked at that, but the thing that really discouraged me, 8 of their last 10 games have been under 2.
Between the two or just in general?
Just in general.
Just in general.
When Dynamo Minsk is at home. What's up? What's up, my man? All 3 in the room.
Nice.
Sitting here. He's got there's that smile. I was waiting for that. Here's the quarantine smile that we need. So how is life treating you as the side of your cat? You and Sean basically have the same view every day. Of the inside, your 4 walls.
Yeah, it's getting a little out of hand staring at these walls every day. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I mean, the one silver lining is that at least there's sports back on, because if there was no sports sitting here at home, then I'd be crazy.
I can definitely see that. That's going to get a little crazy, especially. But a lot of the soccer leagues are drying up. So we were already trying to say, we're talking Australian A League. We already went into, we're taking Wellington Phoenix plus 110. I would highly recommend that, Chef. I'd look into that. You're getting plus money on Wellington Phoenix, who is at home, who has a chance to get into that elusive automatic bye to the semifinals for the A League playoff championship. So, I mean, that's a good look there. Adelaide's not bad, but they're not as good as Wellington. So I would definitely look at that.
No, yeah, I agree. I was talking to someone, messaged me this morning, and they were asking a few opinions on some plays they wanted, and they had a lot of people on their card that don't really have a lot to play for, and that's kind of the important thing, especially this last few weeks as these leagues are winding down. You don't want to get on these plays with these teams that they basically have nothing to play for, Books are hanging out those attractive lines, but there's a reason why those lines are like that.
Yeah, they got burned by that attractive line on Liverpool last week. On the day they were getting the championship, you gave me a plus money to go ahead and take Liverpool. That was all right, no problem. Yeah. Let me line up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fell into the same trap on that one.
Well, that went well. Well, I think they were thinking you were going to get the Arsenal performance, and you didn't. And I know some people have even come out there and said they're taking Newcastle money line.
I wouldn't go that far. I would take Newcastle plus whatever the goal line is, but
1.5.
yeah, I'll take Newcastle plus 1.5. I wouldn't. I don't think they'll win, but
yeah, I can see it. But I mean,
unless Liverpool throws out their U17 squad, there's I don't see Newcastle going out there and winning. But I also said that about Watford a few months back. So,
well, Watford has basically thrown out their U17 squad. They just you just don't know it. They still have the names on the back of their jerseys.
Right.
I mean, that team really they haven't tried at all. I mean, we were in the game last week, and I was like, all right, I'm taking that. And the one guy said, oh, Watford needs to win. It was said in the chat. And I literally sat there and went and said, so they've needed to win for 3 weeks now. That hasn't stopped them from losing. So, and they talk about losing. I mean, they're getting shut out every game. It's
Right.
not even like they were competing. I don't see that at all. I mean, I'll fade Watford again tomorrow. They're Belarusian too. I don't think we're taking anything else that you're looking at. Yep. I mean, this Bate 2 team has been very interesting in the Belarusian too. They've been starting to win some games. I mean, at the beginning of the year, they're kind of mid-table. They're still mid-table, but they're at least starting to score some goals. So, I mean, if you get a decent shot, what do you got for our totals for that Bate Minsk 2 game?
I don't have anything in my book, actually. None of my books have that.
Oh, they don't have it? Okay. Yeah, my crappy book took Belarusian 2 off the board after giving it all make. But once the other leagues came, I was like, oh, no, it's no longer available. We don't have it. We can't get the numbers. It's like you've been getting it for 3.5 months. So don't lie to me. Just tell me, okay, we don't want to say it because we're getting our ass handled. All right, moving on. So giddy. Not even sure, Chef. I'm going to ask you a thing. You're soccer aficionado. See how much you're in touch with the world. Which league starts back for the first time tomorrow with a brand new schedule, a brand new setup? First game. It's a traditionally a lovely, fun summer league, which is nice to cash all year long.
Now, if you're asking me, it's got to be something deep down there. Probably some Netherlands league or something.
Second largest economy in the world, maybe the first.
China.
Yes, Chinese Super League starts tomorrow. Chinese Super League, if you don't know, Guangzhou Evergrande is the best team in the league. They are also an over special. You've got a lot of good teams. You got a couple teams coming up, obviously, that we're going to pick the crap out of. But they're Shenzhen, Shandong Luguang, and Guangzhou RNF are basically the teams that you're looking at. Those are the teams. You have a Group A and you have a Group B this year for the first time. So Group A is because of coronavirus, they basically said these 8 teams are going to play each other twice. Then on the opposite side, you're going to have 8 teams play each other twice. And then you're going to meet basically after that for kind of a playoff tournament type deal, which basically makes every game count, every game matter. You're going to play a team. You have the defending champions right now playing a Shenzhen Shenhua team. They didn't lose anybody. There was no significant transfers that left in this team. If you look at I'm trying to find the other. Where's Group A? What was the team? Sorry, I just went for a blank. They play tomorrow. Well, let me pull them up.
Shangzhou?
No, it's in the other side. The other side of the bracket. Just 1 second. Where's Group B? Shanghai Shipek. Shanghai Zipik, if you don't know, is run by the 3-headed monster of Hulk Arnautovic, the old guy who used to play for Stoke in the Premier League. And third guy, I can't forget his name. remember his name, but they're a three-headed monster. Those are the three teams you really want to look for. Those are overs almost all the time they play. I'm actually going to give the opposite because it's the first game. I think the tops of this game is 3 goals, so I'm actually going to take the under because I don't think we're going to get more than 3. The other thing I was going to look to see is what is win to nil because I expect Guangzhou Evergrande to win to nil here tomorrow and basically win about 2-0, 3-0 coming back. They're the much better team. I'm on Guangzhou Evergrande -1 already for a nice 2-unit play. So, and I'm going to actually take the under, but that's going to be a personal bet, not an official bet. And then we get where the virus started. Wuhan Zhao gets to play the newly promoted team of Qingdong Yanggu. Wuhan Zhao is a better team. They've been around. There, you get them right now at even money. I'm taking them for a unit as well. Yes, CSL. That's where it's at. You're going to learn this, Chef. We're going to see this. I'm going to see your plays. Pass it out to your private clients. Over 2.75. That just say it with me right now. That's pretty much going to your play. Yes. If you get the over 2.5, they're a great thing to actually play. Let me see. Sean, do you get the Chinese Super League? You got to get China Super League. There it is. Rest of the world. I love it when they throw things called rest of the world. Like we've named all the other leagues. If you still want something.
I do on the I think DraftKings will have it on probably by tonight. Only because they're always competing with FanDuel, so they're not going to let them have that action without them having it either.
That's not bad. If you want to take Guangzhou Evergrande and both teams to score no, it's +187. Still trying to find where win to nil is listed.
They're not even giving me that.
Where are you looking on, Sean? Your own book? Oh,
my own book. Here's my choices: -1 or money line. What do you want? Or the over?
That's all I have.
Yeah, it's not something I like. I wish. Oh, let's see. Home team exact goals. No. Yeah. All right. I spent too much. If you can find win to nil in your book, I would take it. We'll just put it at that. Guangzhou in the under 3.5, which isn't bad either. If you don't want to take the win to nil, it's +150. I like that as well. Like I said, I think 3 goals is the ceiling on this game. So, all right, moving on. Anything in Croatia?
Nothing in Croatia for me. I was looking at, I know Hajduk split, I guess. That team always seems to be like an over machine, but the line's at over 3.5. I don't know if that's going to go to there.
Yeah, they're placing a team that has 1 win in their last 18 games and 2 draws. So if you're 1, 2, and 15, the question is, at what point does Hajduk split just stop? I mean, right. you can get them at, if you want to take Saprisic, they're at 10.0 to win the game. There's no chance in the world that's happening. 0. I know we got killed with Flora. Yo, what's up, KG? There's no way in the world that Saprisic, even at home, is winning this game. Absolutely.
No, they're not. Yeah.
0. So,
but the question is Hajduk split going to put up 3 or 4, or are they even just put 2, big 2-0, and then that's it, and they just chill?
Yeah, it's possible. We got halftime of the Rockets-Raptors game. It's 49-49, still anybody's game. Those of you on the under 198, you don't really like that score, especially when it was live. It was down to like 192. What's going to be our halftime score of that? I'm going to look at that. What's the Asian handicap?
The Asian handicap on that is
That's not a cup game. That's a regular game. The other last game's a cup game. Yeah.
It looks like it's minus 1.5, which is, or 1.75, which is minus 115.
You know what I like in this game? If you want to take this game, I like Hashu split and both teams to score.
You think Zaprasic? Yeah.
They've scored in the last 5 that they've met. They are at home. Hedrick split basically having nothing to play for because they got an 8-point advantage over Gorica.
Right.
You've got this is the last game. I can't see Hedrick split losing, but I could definitely see just a wide open game. We'll go through. Maybe you go for goals, like you said, but I don't even see that over 2.5 fun thing that at the take. If you got a Hedrick split and both teams to score, I would definitely take that.
Okay.
What do you got for that?
Both teams to score and Hashtag split. I gotta look at my other book. It's like that's the only bad thing about it's like I hate how multiple books or like different books provide different stuff. It's a minus 182 at FanDuel for.
Yeah, that's
oh wait, no, actually, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. It's a plus 110 for hashtag split to win and both teams to score. It's not bad.
not bad. Still a little rich though. Yeah, if I was going to take anything, that's where I would go on this game. I think both teams scoring the score. If you've got like a 3, maybe you take a 3 because again, like I said, I could see just a wide open game. I'm going to shift from that. Nothing else in Croatia or
Nothing else? Yeah. Good.
So, what's your official play that you're taking?
Well, I wasn't going to take anything. I was just saying how it's over 3.5 is the line. I was looking at the over in that, but I don't think it's going to go over 3.5. So if you're saying with hashtag split to win and both teams to score, that'd probably be if you want to make that official, or if you just want to say that's it's a look. We can move on from Croatia.
All right. Rob saying that Bovada's got Evergrande to record win to nil plus 175. I mean, the last 3 they played were shutouts. Obviously, they haven't played in a while, so there's no like current form or anything. But I definitely would look. Let's shift pages. Let's go to get Chef involved here. Get his expertise out before he falls asleep in there. Let's go MLS round of 16. Talk me off why I don't take like a dump truck on Orlando City money line.
I can't think of a reason why you shouldn't take Orlando City. I mean, do we look at the way they were playing in the first round compared to how Montreal was playing? 2.0 is pretty good for Orlando right now.
Yeah.
If you want to be safe, like I was telling you the other night, the way these games have been panning out, kind of want the draw on our side. So maybe if the prices are right on a draw no bet, let's see here. Maybe that might be the better way to go because for some reason, when you watch these matches in this MLS tournament so far, they're not playing to the situation. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, like we talked about the New York Red Bull game the other night before. I'm like, you have a team that's just sitting back, allowing you to have all pressure, and all you're doing is passing it side to side. Just start throwing balls in the box. Just start throwing. Only positive things can happen. Guys in Discord were obviously, I was pissed because I do have the claim to fame this week of having 4 straight nights of plus 600 parlays closing on the MLS game, and all 4 nights they all lost.
Yeah,
Can you
that's
just take?
exactly my
Can you just
point.
take like under 2.5 in that league by like standard and hit like 75%?
Well, that's the other
of the
thing.
time?
It's a 9 a.m. game, but it's a 9 a.m. Saturday. There's a difference of waking up on a Monday at 9 a.m. versus waking up on a Saturday at 9 a.m.
See, and there's something about those early games out there. This totals at 3. I don't see these teams getting to 3 goals on an early Saturday morning game.
Possibly 2-1, possibly, but you'll push on that. So yeah,
I would look under the 3 here if you wanted to stay away from a side.
Yeah. I will tell you, I'm dump trucking Orlando City. I'm just telling you that now. That is an official play. I like the way they've looked the ball. I like the way Nani looks. Obviously, this is only 4 games in. He's not going to be tired. They rested some guys last game. They're going to be ready to play. I mean, again, you have to sit there and say it's still in Orlando. They know everyone in Orlando. This is the world to them if they can get to the, what do you want to call it? The Elite 8, whatever you want to call it, the last 8.
Yeah, I don't know what they're marketing.
The only 8 people left watching it. But I think they have more talent. I think they're a better team. Montreal's still missing their best player. I don't understand this line. I wonder if they just think Montreal somehow is going to come to life just because they're playing Orlando City. But
yeah,
I mean, historically, it's been very, very good games between the two of them. But I mean, the Impact beat DC United. That's not 100% like, yay, you beat DC United.
Right.
Orlando drew with Philadelphia Union, who I like in the next game. New York City FC without Morales. They're nothing until Morales starts to come back and play full game. You can't take New York City FC. And Inter Miami looks like they have some talent, but they have no idea what to do. The only thing I say, and I say again, the Bizarro drinking game is something that everybody has to get behind. That guy falls down at least 8 or 9 times a game. So if you want to get smashed, there's just like the Reds are smashing Detroit 6-0.
Does he fall down because he's trying to draw penalties? Is that what he's trying to do?
He falls down, he gets to the box.
Is it Ronaldo?
Drops. He drops it.
That's the Neymar.
Free kicks. I mean, stay on your damn feet and run through it. Sometimes a lot good things will happen. Sometimes they don't, but sometimes good things will happen. So I mean, that's there. So let's move on to the second game. You agree with me? Orlando City's the play. Philadelphia Union, New England Revolution. I get to see one of my favorite MLS players. He's going to be awesome in the Bundesliga.
After that last match the other night, I don't want no part of the Revolution. I mean, they just showed no heart. It's like they didn't want to be there. They were trying to lose that game. They weren't playing to win. They were trying to lose it.
Yep.
And the Union, they're not going to slow down. They're not going to ease up on the Red Bulls. They're going to go out there and try to curb stomp the Revolution. So I like the Union here also. I've liked them since start of this tournament. And
they're giving you a nice draw no bet line.
We're getting a huge line here. So hopefully it's not a trap. Hopefully we don't fall into it again. But I don't see how we don't take this.
Yeah, I'm taking the Union draw no bet because they've shown Revolution has shown they want to play a defensive game. That's another game I think definitely goes under. I think 1-0, 2-0, or 1-1 are your only scores that are really going to happen.
Right.
If you want to take the Union, it's worth it. It's definitely a shot at plus 150, but I think the smarter thing is to take Philly draw no bet.
Yeah, anytime you can get a almost even money on a draw no bet, to have that draw on your side, it's always the play there.
Yeah. Sean, any take on that?
No, MLS. I'll leave to you guys.
You're
only under. I'll say under for everything.
You're going with 100%. Just take the other. I love the time match between these games. You got the one game at 8 p.m. Next game still going to be at 10:30. Two East Coast teams playing at 10:30 at night. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right.
And going on to Sunday real quick, we just brought up NYC. Toronto should absolutely stomp NYCFC. And the fact that we're getting still over plus money on Toronto team that can win this tournament is the I'll be on Toronto at what we're getting here, 2.2.
Now, Morales will play because he did show up last game and play 20 minutes, but obviously he's not fully fit. But I see nobody else who could score on NYFC. And my issue with Toronto is they should have had 9 goals the last game. They missed chance after chance after chance. One-on-one with the goalie, you got to score. No, we're going to have a 0-0 morning game where that should have been the only over morning game forever. They literally were just peppering the goalie, but couldn't score. They had 18 shots. The only thing that's kind of alarming is they gave up 15. So, I like Toronto here. I don't know why you're still getting plus money. I definitely would take them as well. And I don't think with the line you can take the last game. Unless you just want to take the over.
No, I don't want nothing to do with either one of those teams.
Yeah, I do kind of like the over, though.
Where is it? Oh, 3?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Marlins take the lead with the 2-run homer.
Damn. I was on the Phillies.
I'm on the Phillies as well. I'm not denying.
It's a long game. Once you get to the bullpens, we're at the bullpen, I guess.
Yeah, what inning is some of these baseball games in? All right. So I think that covers the MLS. I was shocked that there are only 4 games. I mean, I would have thought they put like 4 games on a Saturday, 4 games on a Sunday, try to take advantage of it.
You know, that was my frustration with the group stages of this tournament. They're trying to market it like a World Cup style tournament, and it's going to be, this great thing. But they were just had 1 game in the morning and then 2 at night, and they didn't. I wanted to see the games all day like you do in the World Cup. I wanted the morning game, I wanted the afternoon game, I wanted night games. It was so spread out, and now you're seeing there's just 2 games tomorrow, 2 games Sunday. It's just it's not enough.
Yeah, you're dedicated when you're going to bed every night at 12:30 Eastern time because you're watching the 10:30 MLS game. Yeah. That's just where you're like, all right, okay. Give you a quick baseball updates from the top of the 8th. Cincinnati's up 7-1. Toronto's up 6-3 in the top of the 6th. The Marlins are up 3-1 in the top of the 6th. Kansas City and Cleveland, neither team has scored. Cubs are up 2. Like I said, Baltimore sucks, but they actually have a rally going here. They're down 4-0. Minnesota's down 4-0, but Chicago's about to score, so you'll probably cash the over in the very first inning of that game. So, if you were on that, you have to be really happy. We got some games later tonight. 30 minutes, Seattle, Houston. It's there. NBA TV is the worst streaming service there ever is. Every time I watch it and then put it back on, it dies. So I think we're still tied in this Nuggets game. But moving on. All right. Anything in the Denmark Superliga?
Denmark Superliga. I mean, we got, I guess, Horsens, right? And Odense. Oh, that's on Sunday, though.
That's tomorrow. No, that's tomorrow.
I'm showing Sunday on my book. Is it tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry.
The first division is tomorrow.
You're 100%. Second division. Yeah, first division is tomorrow. Anything on first division?
I was just looking at the over in Viborg and Colding over
Yeah,
three.
what is that at? I was interested on that.
Over 3 is minus 145 at my book.
What's Colding money line?
Colding money line is plus 370. Viborg's the favorite at home, minus 167.
Yeah, and Colding's won the last 2 meetings, and
Yeah.
Drew. So what's I think this? Ooh, I like this. And Colding has more to play for, if I'm correct. Yeah, Viborg's been a good team, but they've definitely been letting goals up.
They have been, yeah.
I mean, look at the last game they drew. Then they beat a terrible Wenzel team. Then they drew. They won. They drew. Colding drew and then lost to Federicia. Hey, but how did Federicia lose the draw the other day? The other game I lost like 5 games all on draws. I was so pissed. You want to know the worst thing? All 5 were leading after 70 minutes.
Damn.
That's when you're like, all right, I've got the right side. Damn it. Play some defense. It's always fun trying to find the Danish league.
So I mean, Colding though, like their last game, they didn't score anything on the road, and then the game before that, they only had 1 goal on the road.
Yeah, the roading is the only thing that's semis, but I look at their matchups versus Viborg. They beat them last year, and then obviously the last game before that was 8 years back. But
well, they played them. They played them in June on June 5th, and that was a 3-1 game. Colding at home.
See, if I was going to take the over, what are you getting? An over 3, over 3.5?
Over 3 is what I'm getting.
What's your number? Are you getting at?
Minus 145.
Yeah, I like that. So you like Colding over 3. I'm going to give some of my dog play. We'll go for a score here. We're going to take Colding draw no bet at plus 275.
I like that.
And then what is our hate to say it, but our Alex Classic here?
Our Alex Classic on this match should be
minus 150. What's up, Andrew?
Yeah, I have minus 152 here, but yeah, minus 150.
Like I said, I think Colding scores. I think they definitely get on the board. I'm going to say that I'll take Colding in the over 2.5 and both teams to score. That'll just be my slight hedge for Colding draw no bet, but I think they'll score. Let's see what we got here on a live line here on the NBA game. Crap, we're back up to 197. Toronto's got a slight lead by 4. There, but that's the only thing that looked interesting to me in the first leg. I mean, I know you've been going with this rock slide overs.
Yeah, that's the only one that really stood out to me too. So,
yeah. All right. Ireland's canceled. Let's go Serie A. We'll go back to Chef. What are you allowed to say? Anything you like?
I'm gonna keep riding Parma. I'll tell you that. Brescia's
You're
already
a good number on Parma too, aren't you?
Yeah, even money.
Yeah.
Brescia's already on the beach. They're probably already out on their yacht, and who knows who knows who's gonna show up to this match. So I know they're not gonna send out anyone important because it doesn't matter. Parma's still playing for at least a little positioning on the table. And they're better team than Brescia. I don't understand why we're getting even money on them. Inter Genoa.
So maybe they get a winning streak going.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody the other day when staying clear away from any Inter Milan games. We've made our money on Inter at the beginning of the season, and
They're kind of falling off.
They have fallen from grace pretty hard.
Well, the issue is they can't.
I'd be willing to bet on Genoa. What do you guys think of like betting Genoa at home?
I wouldn't put you off at +1 at almost 1.9.
So maybe like I could draw no bet because it's plus
like
400. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Inter is just in terrible form. They're not playing well. And you watch them play, they're not playing with any inspiration. They're just going out there going through the motions. I think they're still living on the first half of the season when they can just go out there and beat everyone up, and it's not the case anymore.
Yeah, but they typically beat the crap out of Genoa. That's their and with Juve losing and Atalanta not winning today, which that second half was a snooze fest. Yeah, I don't know. I think Inter win this game, and I think you're getting too nice of a line.
If this were back in April when this match should have taken place, then yeah, I don't even think we're getting this kind of a line on Inter right now. If this match takes place back in April when it should have, when they were destroying everybody. But I mean, yeah, they probably will win, but I'm not willing to pay that much.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that there is not a losing Stefan de Vrij is supposed to be out for this game doesn't help their chances because they don't play any defense anyway. But I mean, I'm definitely going to at least have it in a parlay. It's just too nice of. I mean, I've got it at my one book at -150. I'm not seeing that now. Or -1 at +105. Yeah, I just got to take that shot. I'm hoping motivation gets some kind of that popped up.
That hasn't panned out over the past couple weeks. The motivation angle.
No, it hasn't. I'm 100% agreeing with you on that. It definitely hasn't panned out last couple. So let me put my Parma bet in that you just gave me.
And I just had another one circled. Oh yeah. I am going to continue to fade Lazio, and I will be on Hellas Verona.
Yo, Lazio's fallen off. What the hell happened there?
Yeah, they had a bunch of injuries and just never came back together. And you know, it's one of those things where one team's relying so heavily upon one or two people, and it just caught up to him. You know, Immobile, he can only do so much.
Yeah.
You know,
and Verona's it's a very tough team at home too.
Verona's just stingy and feisty team at home. Absolutely.
I think them and Fiorentina are the teams that you don't want to take the over. The only issue is right now they're running into a team that's just rolling out both teams to score an over 2.5.
No, yeah.
They're just hitting that every game.
That's like 9 out of 10 Serie A games.
It is, but everyone thinks Atalanta is this juggernaut, and they haven't scored 2 or 3 goals in forever.
I've been on their unders for the past 4 matches.
Atalanta unders?
Yeah.
Cashing. You're doing well.
Yeah.
I mean, Napoli and Sassuolo should be – I think that one should be BTTS, but that's probably really pricey.
Yeah, I mean, Sassuolo's been – again, they're the hottest team after the break. They've just been hit by injury after injury. And Napoli, who knows? I mean, they should have won last week. They didn't win, but AC Milan only draws today, but that at least gives them a 4-point cushion. I mean, you're running out of games here if you're going to find that 6th spot. I really think AC Milan's going to hold on to that 6th spot. I don't think it's going to be any challenge. this could be the spot. As if Berardi is supposed to play, so I don't know. I mean, I could see a Sassuolo win here if you're not getting a good effort by Napoli.
And I like how Serie A spreads out the matches. So these teams, when they come into their match later in the afternoon, they already know what the teams below them or above them, whoever they're chasing, has already done.
Yeah.
I like how they do that. Whereas some leagues, they put all the matches, like I think the Premier League this week on Championship Sunday, all the matches the same time.
But that's supposed to be, so if there's any race, there is no added advantage. So, I mean, I like that in the last week of the season. I mean, this Rockets-Toronto game is actually a really good game. Indians are up by 2. Yeah, I'm still calling them the Indians. I don't care what they change their name to. I'm still probably calling the Redskins, too.
What are you going to call the Redskins? Yeah.
Damn, Marlins are
apparently the Redskins have joined the Premier MLS, and they are the Washington Football Club.
Exactly, I saw that.
That's the worst name ever in sports. I'm sorry. I mean, it's okay if you're a soccer club, but it's just not okay for football. But I mean, in the end, you're just going to call them Washington. Washington's playing Dallas, or Washington's supposed to play Dallas this week. Is pretty much what you're probably going to get. Anyway, moving on. Like I said, I don't think there's anything else in there. Let's go to Mexico. All right, we get the return. Liga MX, Apertura. We get Guadalajara Chivas for Club Leon. KG, do we know why Club Leon is such a high favorite? I mean, such a high dog? I know Chivas has owned them the last couple of games, but Club Leon was my dog. I've got to look into them and see what transfers they have, but they were definitely my dog. Okay. And one of their players went to Chivas. Okay, that doesn't help. The other star player went to Mexico. All right. And Joel Campbell went back to Italy. All right. I agree with the look. Guadalajara Chivas, money line. That's my look for Mexico. Well, the 3 guys that I know that score all left.
Right.
Now, sometimes I can bite you in the ass, but I mean, they're coming back to bet. They also, Guadalajara Chivas also made the little cup tournament they were doing. They did really well until they found Cruz Azul, and then Cruz Azul promptly took care of them. But yeah, I mean, that's there. I also, what do you have for over in Cruz Azul Santos Laguna?
Minus 148, so 150. So it's pretty good. I like
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna take Cruz Azul over 2.5.
I got 2.75 at even money.
That's not bad. I don't mind 2.7. 2.75 is growing on me. It's probably because I don't get 2.5. So it's better than them sticking me with the 3.
Right.
Because at least then you get your 3 goals that you want. You're at least making half your bet there. But Santos Laguna was a almost auto play over 2.5 last year. Cruz Azul is probably the best team or the second best team. Santos Laguna is also a very nice, good team in that league as well. I've already seen Cruz Azul play in the cup games. They were fine. They didn't lose anybody in a transfer window. They actually added people. So they're definitely going to be able to score. What number are you getting on them? Oh, that's going to be a very good game.
On which game?
Cruz Azul Santos Laguna.
On that one, I get Cruz Azul at minus 105.
So the draw no bet option on Santos Laguna has got to be close to what, plus 180?
You are correct, plus 175.
Yeah. The only thing is Cruz Azul has been playing and Santos Laguna has been drinking Mai Tais. I don't know. We'll just stick what we got, the over 2.5. I like that. All right. Moving over to Eliteserien. Anything? Norway? We've got Braun
Norway.
and Odd.
No, I mean, I was gonna say maybe go with that Braun match. Looks good. Possibly an over 3 there. But that's the only thing that stands out to me.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Primera Liga. O'Neal goes deep. Cardinals take the lead 1-0. Rockets hit a 3, are up 69-66. The anticipation is killing me. All right, so let's go. This is the last week of the Portuguese League to give you a little bit of an update on the standings.
Draw every game.
You have FC Porto winning the game. Well, now I'm not sure you can go draw every game, but you have FC Porto winning the league. Benfica is going to be able to get the second Champions League spot. Europa League group stage is a battle between Sporting and Braga, with Sporting holding a 3-point lead. The problem is Sporting plays Benfica, and Braga plays the little sister of the poor. Rio Avenue is just off that Europa spot. I actually like Rio Avenue. It's been a team I've liked all year. They're playing a very bad Boa Vista team. They need to win to catch Famalashia. I have no idea how to say that name. But Famalashia is playing Maritamo, which is away, which is tough. Hey, the Orioles gave up another 3 runs. They're down 7-0. If you had the over Red Sox only, you've cashed in that game. But I definitely do like Rio Avenue versus Boa Vista.
Rio's got my favorite guy, Tarmi. 16 goals this season. Is their forward?
Yep. He's been a good player. They've owned the matches versus them. You're getting a decent line on that. What are you getting? Minus 130?
On that one, yeah, minus 130.
Yeah, I'm taking Rio Avenue money line.
At the same time, I know they're trying to catch. I guess it's Family Chow, but they've also been playing pretty well too, haven't they?
Famila Chow has not been doing too bad. They played Maritamo. Maritamo is one of those teams you just don't want to play. They draw versus everybody. Every single team they play, they draw versus. I mean, this team is the draw city, and they also hold that score down. So, I mean, this is almost a guaranteed under. It's definitely, you're looking at a team that scores 31 goals in a 34 season campaign. With 39 given up. So they're not that bad to finish 13th, but Falmachia scores 50, but they've given up 48. This game screams draw. This game screams 1-1. This game screams under 2.5.
I mean, there's a plus 250 there on the tie. Be a bad luck.
Maritimo's not bad. They've drawn last two. They've won their last 2, especially at home. One of those was a win versus Benfica. So they can play good teams and play. They drew with Rio Avenue 0-0 last week. I think Rio Avenue gets it done, and they're going to get that 6th spot.
Nice.
5th spot. That's where I'm going. You got Braga versus Porto. Porto is on a mission just to beat the crap out of everybody. Braga actually needs this game. Well, the Porto's last game was in 6-1, 2-0, 1-3, 5-0. Porto at home. It's actually Braga at home. I can't say. I don't see anything in this game that I could get behind. How about you?
No, not really.
All right.
You could look at the over 2.5. It's minus 1. It's minus 160 though. A little juicy for me. For that.
All right. Let's look at Romania. Vittoria Consta is going to win, but unless what do you got? Vittoria Consta to -1.
Vittoria Consta -1. I have a problem understanding this league, but Victoria Consta -1 is -215.
Nope, that's a pass. I can't get in on anything else in this league. All right, let's go. South Korea. Chef, are you with us? It's Waking Cash. Waking Cash. Well,
You usually got to save that for Australia.
Waking, please deposit your money. The Orioles give up another run, 8-0.
I think we could take Ulsan in K League here. It's good price.
Yeah, but they're playing the third best team. Sanju Sagama is one of the most surprising team, but Ulsanande is the best team in the league. I'm taking a stab at them in a parlay just strictly because of the price. I cannot take it. I can definitely tell you. I agree with you taking that Ulsan Hyundai. We'll give that your play. Money line?
Yeah, money line.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the way to go. What's the over in that? Because you're going to get goals.
Yeah.
You're going to get goals. I mean, St. Simon has scored a goal in every game. I expect him still to score a goal game. Ulsan Honda has scored 27 in 12 games. So I expect them to put several goals up. Their defense is also incredible, though. They've given up 8, but they're on the road this time, so I expect them to give up 1. So if we can get a 2.5 at a decent price, I would take it.
It's a -120 for the 2.5.
Over?
Yeah, over.
All right, that'll be my play. I'll take Olsen over 2.5. I like that. The rest of the 2 games are pretty decent. Guangzhou versus Suwon. Guangzhou is right there. Those 2 teams are very even teams. I'm not touching it, but it should be a very good game. Gangwon and Sunam, a same type deal. Sunam also doesn't score. Gangwon doesn't really score either. Maybe an overlook on that if you were thinking about it. And then we'll go to your favorite. We'll go to Switzerland.
Yeah. I mean, we got the team that has let us down. St. Gelon. At this point, what is it, 3 weeks in a row that they've let us down? I don't know what's up with that team, man. The price is good, but I feel like at -118 again, this match. I mean, Zurich, though, they're not a great team.
Well, the question is, are all the guys back from COVID?
Right.
That's the number one thing. They were stuck to have to play with their U21 team and a couple of reserves because like several members of their team got COVID and were quarantined.
Yeah.
So instead of canceling the season, they played 1 match with their U21 reserves. The result? 5-0, 4-0.
I mean, both these teams have been on a losing streak. Both of them. I mean, St. Gelon didn't even put up any goals last game, which is kind of sad.
I think they scored 1. No, Basel. Basel just, yeah.
Basel smashed them like 6-0.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, again, this is a value play. I'm going to take St. Gelon. I'll put them in a parlay. It's not going to be an official play, but if I was going to take something, I think that's the look.
Yeah, I would stick with the money line. I wouldn't touch the over because you just don't know. Zurich could not put up anything. Maybe St. Gelon. This could be like a 1-0 game. Could be a 1-1 game. I don't know what you're going to get, but if you were to take a side on this, or if you were just take a play, it'd be St. Gelon at that price.
Is the Thun Magic only good at home?
Yeah, so that one, Thun has been crushing at home. Away, you're not going to see them put up like 5 goals away. They could get 1 on the road. I mean, this one could go over 2.5. Probably more likely both teams to score.
Hey, if you haven't seen this, the Red Sox scored again. It is 10-0. Can I also tell you it's only the 4th inning, and they have runners at the corners with 1 out. Sorry.
No, I mean it's fine. I mean I think this one I'm gonna kind of stay away from. The over 2.5 is -165, and I don't think in this game it's going to be a guarantee. that's going to happen between these two teams. I could see it being a 1-1 game or a 1-0 game. Most likely 1-1, though. Maybe the draw at plus 245 isn't a bad look here.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to just stay away.
Yeah, just stay away from that.
You take your chance. You take your chance with Thun and say, maybe you could score away because it's the same type game. Yeah. There's no fans in the stands. Actually, I think they do have limited fans, don't they?
Actually, I've been seeing limited fans in the stands there, with masks on and just like spread out throughout the stadium.
Anything in the Challenge League?
Chiasso's in last. I mean, they let goals in. I mean, I think Vedu's will. This game is definitely going to go over 2.5, but that price is too much for me. I think it's minus 275 for over 2.5. And Vedu's, being minus 560. Maybe I'm going to look and see, and I don't think it's going to be a good price. I was going to say Vedu's minus 1.5. Or that's probably not even worth it either. Yeah, I'm going to stay away from this game too. I could see it going over 2.5, but again, the price is too high for that.
What do you have for Zenit in the Russian Cup, playing a team that they're just going to curb stomp?
Zenit's been good to us the past couple games.
Yeah, I was looking at the over in this game. I mean, they're going to curb stop this team.
It's minus 175 for the over 2.5.
What's Zenit and over 2.5?
Zenit, like their team total themselves?
No, just well, team total will be fine if
no. Well, minus 2.5 or over 2.5 for the whole game is minus 175.
Yeah.
If you wanted to take the over 2 point, I think the
Zenit
line
over 2.5 is minus 138.
Yeah.
What is their team total?
Their team total should be.
I don't know where to find that in
game
this.
Props. Hold on. Team
is that in props? Oh, there's the one to know. Hey, I found that.
Team props. So over 2.5 is plus 107 for Zenit.
For how many goals?
For 2.5 goals. So 3 goals, basically.
Hold on. So you have a Zenit and over 2.5. I see at minus 137. And then you have a Zenit team total over 2.5 is
plus 107.
Sorry, I'll just take the Zenit and the over 2.5. That'll be an official play.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I mean, I understand it's 30 cents a juice, but at one point you're trying to say, Zenit, please score 3 goals.
Yeah.
And the other, I'm saying the Zenit scored 2 and the other team scored 1, which has scored 1 before when they played. All right, let's move on to Sunday. Sunday. The end of the Premier League on Sunday. We'll start there. Have some fun. I've got a lot of plays in this. It's also the end of the Championship League. Well, it's the playoffs technically. So I'll take it away, Chef. What do you got? Premier League? Anything? Over Arsenal?
I'm not going anywhere freaking near Arsenal. I like the way United's playing. I don't like the way Leicester's playing. We're getting a nice line on United right now.
What are you getting on United? I thought that line was huge.
No, it's plus 123 against Leicester. I would take that.
Yeah.
Although United did let us down the last game.
Yeah. West Ham and Villa should be an interesting match. I don't see that getting to 3 goals. Under will probably be my look on that one. Burnley at home to Brighton. I don't see that getting to 3 goals. Burnley's pretty stingy at home. That's about it. I mean, unless you're going to take some of these relegation matches, I don't want to touch Tottenham, even though I know they're playing for a lot.
It's also huge. Minus 185. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm not taking them on the -1. I don't like the way Chelsea or Wolves have been playing lately.
We got 10 runs in the Minnesota-Chicago game. It's 5-5 in the second.
If Chelsea starts Pulisic, I mean,
I don't think he starts.
Pulisic.
I'll be honest, I'm taking Arsenal.
I don't think
just as bad as form as Watford is, there's nothing them and Aston Villa, yeah, they need to win, but they've needed to win the last 4 or 5 games, and all they do is just get slaughtered. The only games they win is like Newcastle and Norwich. Everybody else, they're not even in that game. I have to take Arsenal at home. They've won 3 out of the last 5 at home, and that price, again, from the value play, you got to take Arsenal.
I would have to see their lineup because they came out with their top 11 guys, their past 2 games to try to gain ground and make up some spots to try to get in that top 6, and it backfired on them the other day. I mean, they lost.
Yeah, Aubameyang looks like he's just out there going through the motions.
I don't think Aubameyang plays this weekend. I don't think Ozil plays this weekend. I don't know. I think Watford might be draw double chance. Might be worth a look here.
Okay. My favorite play of the week is Burnley. They've been one of the hottest teams. You're having a home. I can't see them not finishing out. They continue to get close, and I have a feeling they're going to finish this out. Burnley 1-0, Burnley 2-0. That's one of my favorite plays of the day. I think this Chelsea Wolves game is going to be a great game. I love the over 2.5. I don't know what it's at. But that's probably what I'm looking to take in that game. Sean, what do you got on that?
On Burnley?
No, Chelsea Wolves.
Chelsea Wolves. Chelsea, I got -122. Wolves +330, and then the
over 2.5.
The over is -114. Is Wolves with the guy that won me my 3K parlay?
Your Adama Traore, yes. Yes.
Sean's like, you need this guy to come in, and then you're like, there he is, and 5 minutes later, goal.
Yeah, you weren't winning if he wasn't. Yeah, I think Chelsea has to have this game. Obviously they're going to look up and see if Leicester's losing, but Chelsea has to lose this game, and I think this game is huge. That Wolves have to have this game to keep Tottenham out because Tottenham should win the game.
Yeah,
that's why I think this over 2.5 is. What'd you get the over 2.5 at?
-114.
Yeah, I'll take that. I don't think we'll see a wide open game, but I think both teams score. What's both teams to score on this?
Both teams to score is. I got -130. 130.
I like that too. Take that as a personal play. Wolves, both teams to score. All right. Anything on Everton Bournemouth?
No.
I mean, Bournemouth can't help themselves in any way, shape, function, or form. They got to score goals. Right? Don't you look at goals in this match?
You would have to, but it's set at 3. I don't like that.
No. All right, you took Man United. That was the official play, right?
Yeah, I got United at 2.3.
All right. Does City beat up on Norwich here? 3 goals?
I don't think so.
They beat up on everybody at home.
But I mean, it's for what? What are they? Who are they going to go out there? Who are they going to go out there and play?
Yeah, but they got to keep their guys ready to go for that Champions League game.
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks away.
Yeah, it's the last game you can play.
I
mean, they're home games. If you look at their last home games, 2-1, 5-0, 4-0, 5-0, 3-0, 2-0.
Yeah, that's another one I'd have to see the lineup. I think I might take Norwich +3.
Yeah, I mean, I would love if I could get a 2.5. I think I'd go higher, have a chance at Man City. The over is also 4, which basically they think City's scoring every goal.
Oh, yeah.
Toronto pulling away here from the Rockets here in the fourth quarter. We get miss 3, miss 3, miss 3, miss 3 over and over again. So, not what we want to see. We're still within 9 points here, 79-88. We need definitely need some more points this quarter. Yeah. It's not terrible. I mean, we got 20 already in the first 5 minutes, but we need to finish at 45 at least. So we need 25 over the half, but all I see is miss 3, another miss 3. Rockets only know 1 shot, so that's the problem when you take the Rockets. If they're not falling at the end of the game, they're not winning. So, anything else in the Premier League? Newcastle, Liverpool. Again, they're begging you. Okay, what was the line that was different? That was the +1.5. That's right. Southampton, Sheffield United.
No goals.
Yeah. West Ham Villa, which West Ham on a sorry, I know West Ham's safe, 100% safe. But in form, playing good soccer, winners of their last 2 out of their 3, only lost 1 out of the last 5, and you're getting that kind of price on West Ham versus Villa. I know Villa's in a must-win spot. Don't you got to look at West Ham here, draw no bet, at like +175?
Yeah.
Because I think once they show the lineup and then Antonio's in, and I don't see any reason why Antonio wouldn't be. Oh,
no, there's no reason why he shouldn't be playing.
You don't think he will play?
No, I said there's no reason why he shouldn't be.
Yeah. All right. At least the Raptors are making baskets. Be nice if the Rockets could follow suit. Oh, it's killing me. I'm trying to middle here. And so I need a little bit of baskets and I need some misses. Houston has missed 7 straight in a row, not helping me, which was a close game all until the fourth quarter. It's 19-6 in the fourth quarter, which is just disgusting. Probably going to cash the under. But all right. Moving on. I think West Ham draw no bet. Sean, what's the official number on that?
On West Ham, draw no bet. I got to go into this part. My site's being slow. Here we go. +125.
All right. I'll still take that. It's not as high as what I thought it would be, but yeah. All right. Moving on. Anything in the Swansea Brentford game since Brentford choked?
Yeah, that pissed me off.
This has generally been a pretty decent high-scoring game between these guys. What do you got at over 2.5 in this?
I got the over at plus 106.
Ooh, I like that. What's both teams to score?
Both teams to score is minus 125.
I'll take that. Minus 125?
Yeah.
Swansea, both teams to score. I'll take that instead of the over 2.5. I definitely think both teams score. Swansea is shown they can score. They also showed they also like to conceive. So concede, not conceive. Sorry, that would be kind of really terrible to see on a soccer field. And look, the Rockets made a basket. Marquise Chris or Daniel House finally gets a dunk. It's 81-94. This guy Thomas hit a three or there, and then they get a foul. Okay, not happening. All right. No, it's a good thing I took Toronto live. All right. Anything in Finland? I've been cash with KUPS, but we're not getting a decent line today at all.
No, I don't have anything in Finland.
Yeah, if KUPS could score a little bit more, they would be lovely to take minus ones. They've scored 8 goals, given up 1. So, anything in Iceland? The Pepsilid.
I mean, this league has been really good for overs, actually. If you actually look at their past, the past like 2 weeks, especially when I've been paying attention to them, they have been. Your team, but that's on Monday. I also see your team, Harfnajor.
Harf Nerf Jador. You got to get that in your thing. Harf Nerf Jador. Is there? What do you got for Brita Billick versus Cranes?
That one.
I think it's a Cronies is actually it's pronounced. But yeah.
Well, Brita Billick is minus 230.
Brita Billick's been letting me down tremendously when I take them on the money line, but they're still scoring enough, and these two teams have a chance to go for a record here. The last time they met, it was 7-0. The time before they met, it was 2-5. So I could see why both teams' scores jacked. That's there. Brita Billick, though, hasn't been in good form. Cranes is fresh off getting their ass kicked 6-2. I kind of like this over 3.25. Hold 1 second. Sorry about that. I mean, over 3.25 is probably a decent look at 1.875. I'm going to take a Crannies over 3.25. I think the goals continue to keep happening for them. I don't think they can play any defense.
Like that.
We back to Serie A. We talked about Chef. You're taking Verona plus the 1. What's the Roma's line?
I think Roma was minus 137.
What's the over 2.5 and Roma money line?
Just waiting for this to load.
I was 100% right until we got to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so Roma's minus 165 on the money line. On the over 2.5, they are it's minus 200. So probably look at an Asian total spreads.
With Roma and over 2.5.
Roma and over 2.5?
Yeah, Roma to win and over 2.5 goals.
Give me a second here.
I mean, if you look at both teams to score, that's almost a lock. Roma gives up and scores every game.
That should be actually a better price. So
the only problem is Fiorentina team can't really score.
Roma does always find a way to give something up. If you were to do Roma and both teams to score, it'd be plus 175. If you were just to do Roma and over 2.5, that would be
Roma. When I'm
110.
betting, yeah, I've been betting they're both teams to score in over 2.5, and it's hit in 5 of the last 6. So, what's their record against Fiorentina? That's the only problem. Can Fiorentina score? That's my only worry.
Have they been scoring? I
Apparently
haven't looked at them.
I had them in both teams to score against Inter the other day and ended 0-0.
Yeah, that ended 0-0, but they did score versus Lecce, but who cares? Everyone can score versus Lecce. They scored versus Parma. They scored versus Lazio. I'm looking at seeing over 2.5 and both teams to score, yes, at minus 120. I'm going to still ride it till she bucks you. That's what we're going. We're going Alex Classic there for Roma. Sean, anything you like in Syria?
I mean, outside of what we talked about, not really. I mean, most of these, I guess my question to you guys is, since you guys know this league better, I mean, is except for the top teams that are still kind of fighting for position, right? Inter and AC Milan. The teams that are like in the middle, do they really like for them? What is there like to win? Like, does that help them in any way?
No, the
like Parma's Bologna.
There's still a battle to get into like those European spots for Champions League and Europa League qualifications and group stages and all that. So I mean, they're still fighting for something. Yeah.
I mean, like the only thing I was thinking was Napoli and Sassuolo, which we talked about before. But that was the only look that I had there.
Yeah, Roma's has a 1-point advantage for the 5th spot. No chance to catch the top 4. Just them and AC Milan are just trying to secure that 5th and 6th spot for Europa League.
Yeah.
Right, and Napoli's the only one that has like a shot at getting into that, right?
Yes, Napoli, like a Napoli, not Napoli. It's not Napoli.
They have really good pizza though. We got a Napoli in Hoboken. Really, really good pizza.
All right. Yeah, I don't see anything I like. I mean, Juventus for Sampdoria. If Inter loses, the Juventus already clinches. So, I mean, it basically goes down just like that.
Both teams will score in that. I can see Sampdoria putting one up on them.
Especially with the loss of I know, that was the other team. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Let's go. Waking Cash, Japan J League. Let's go. Sunday, we get everybody. One of my favorite teams. Oh, right now I am loving this team from Japan J League. Kawasaki Frontale. They like to score.
Yeah.
They don't give up a lot. You're still getting -1s at a nice price. I doubt you are now since they're playing Shonan, which Shonan sucks. Shonan is also known as team to bet to take the over. So we are going to look at that, and I'm trying to see what can we get directly on the Japan J League for that Kawasaki Frontale and Shonan Belmare over. Hopefully I'm not getting an over 3.5. Over 2.5 is 100% no. But I bet you if I could get that Kawasaki Frontale and the over 2.5, I'll get a probably decent price. No, in this book, what do you got? I've got a +162, but that's got to go over 3.5. I don't think both teams to score. What's a win to nil? Maybe I'll just do that. Plus 137. I actually like this. Kawasaki front tail to win both halves at plus 175. So Kawasaki front tail to win both halves at plus 175, which means they must score one goal more than Shonan in each half. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to. I mean, if you're worried about that, you could take just the score in both halves as minus 120. So if you end up getting a 1-1 half, you're still alive. I mean, if you want Kawasaki frontal halftime, full time is another good bet at. Ooh, I like that too. At minus 110. Shonan sucks. They're going to give up goals.
Kawasaki front tail at minus 1.25 is minus 136.
Yeah, so let me give you Kawasaki's last game where they won 3-2. The game before that 5-1. The game before that 3-1. The game before that 4-0. The game before that 2-1. Then you had the one weird game 0-0. Then 5-1. Then 8-1. I like the over here 3.25 as well. But I could take like 7 bets in this game. I really like that halftime, full time. That's not too bad either. Because if you get a 1-0 game, you still win as long as that first goal was scored in the first half.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm going to take the over 3.25 in this game. And I'm going to triple up, and I'm going to take the Kawasaki minus 1.5. I think they throttle them. It's at home. I think they throttle them. That's one of my favorite plays. At halftime, full time. Oh, I love that. All right. Anything else you saw in the J League that you kind of like?
No, nothing from my end. Last week, I know I took a couple shots on a couple. I think it was like Hiroshima or Yokohama. There's 2 Yokohamas, right? It was like Yokohama versus Yokohama. I took a shot on the over on that, and it hit. And Kawasaki, actually, front tail, they played last week, and that game went over. But outside of that, no, I'm not seeing anything that stands out to me right now.
Well, the one game that I was looking at was Kashima versus FC Tokyo. And FC Tokyo is the better team. But because they're away, you're getting plus money on FC Tokyo. And FC Tokyo away is 3 wins, 2 draws. So, I mean, what are you getting on that? Maybe draw no bet.
Draw no bet, you get minus 117 for each.
I like FC Tokyo, draw no bet. I definitely like that. But I'd be tempted to also just take them on the money line. Sprinkle some. You're getting the better team, the more proven team. I like it. Oh, I can't believe stupid Houston. Yeah, I lost some money in Houston.
Houston Rockets?
Yeah, the Rockets.
Damn, the Astros are down 1-0. Of course.
I think I had them with the parlay with Houston, so I'm not too worried. Baseball, I'm not doing too bad. It's been shocking, but I'm not doing too bad in baseball.
Who hit? It has to be that guy who hits Verlander. I don't know what's his name.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here.
All right, thanks for joining us, Chef.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, good luck with all your guys' bets this weekend.
Yep.
Thank you. Hey, we haven't even gotten the fun ones. All right.
See you guys.
Take it easy. Thanks, Mike. All right. One of the best leagues, Norway, Bodo versus Moldy. Top of the action you got going for you.
Yeah, that's the team that we were riding until they finally jacked them up to like minus 400 every week.
Yep, but this is going to be an epic game. Both of these teams generally get together and they both just like to put goals in. I love both teams to score in over 2.5 if we can get it.
Bodo at plus 115. Oof. The lines here, they're like offering me, or what's going on?
Well, Bodo's got a spot where they haven't lost at home since they played Braun in, I believe, August. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. They haven't done it since August?
Yeah, sorry, May 2019.
Oh, damn.
Is the last time Bodo lost at home. Now, they have a couple draws in there, but imagine it's only a couple. It's 3 draws. But they are really good versus Moldy, too. They beat them last at 3-2, but Moldy's 1-4 the last 5. I'm definitely looking for both teams to score some version of that. I like the over 2.5. Boy, did they throw it. Both teams to score minus 275. You're going to have to throw. They're going to make people.
The over 2.5.
Minus 175. You're going to have to get really imaginative on this. What is team totals?
Team totals, if we go there, we go Bodo over 1.5 is minus 160. Mold over 1.5 is minus 108.
I'm going to give a play here, and this is going to be a shot in the dark, so I'm telling you that right now because I like it, and I like these teams being able to score. I'm going to, as an official play, now don't bet $700 on this, but bet your unit size, bankroll management. What's up, Gerardo? Both teams to score, first half and second half, plus 650.
Wow. That's actually not bad for these two teams. That's a great number there for that.
That's what I think we're seeing goals.
I have plus 600 on that, but yeah.
Yeah, I think you're definitely seeing goals. The other thing you could say,
I was actually gonna take Bodo to win and both teams to score at plus 220, and take a shot on that.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
It's by Sunday.
You know what I really like also? Moldy over 1.5 goals at minus 110.
That's not bad either.
Because the only way you're going to get your both teams to score is that happens. Moldy could win this game. You're definitely going to get goals scored. I think if we went with the total, we're going to have to go with a big number. It's probably over 3.5. You'd have to go with.
Yeah, over 3.5 would be the total line.
Yep. I like Moldy team total over 1.5 goals.
Yeah, depending on how much we got crushed on UFC Saturday night.
Cubs win. He pitches a 3-hitter. Kyle Hendricks comes back. Cubs are 1-0. First in the division. We have no pitching. There's no way we're winning most games. The Marlins are spanking the Phillies 5-2. Also 2 men on and challenging again. Seattle's up 1-0 early. Cleveland's still up 2-0. Toronto playing Tampa, but Tampa's got the bases loaded with 2 out. Down 2 runs. checking in on St. Louis is up 2-0 on Pittsburgh. Arizona, San Diego. That was a game that was tough for me to call. I couldn't go either way on that game. Minnesota, Chicago is the game I should have took over. And I was pissed I did not take the Orioles game over. So that's just stupidity by me because I knew they were going to get killed. But I didn't know anybody really in this. For some reason in my head, I was like, okay, they lost Mookie Betts. Boston's lineup is going to suck. And I was looking, we still got Benintendi, still got JD Martinez, still got Devers, who's up and down. And then the rest of the lineup is kind of blah. Bogarts is got potential, but yeah, he's never really come through it consistently. So that was my question. The Orioles score a run. It's 10-1. They're on fire. Break them up. Minnesota's got bases loaded, 2 outs, and a 5-5 game. There, Colorado and Texas are scoreless. That's kind of a shocker. Both of those teams have a pretty decent offense. All right, besides Bodo Molde, we're blowing our wads on. Anything else in Norway?
Nothing else for me. It's going to be
Anything
a highlight match to watch.
Anything in Portugal in the relegation battles?
No, nothing in Portugal.
Romania, nothing that you can get behind. South Korea.
K-League?
Yeah.
We got
our buddies, Pohang.
Yeah.
We got a huge number on him. It's minus 220.
And then Daegu and Busan. I kind of like the draw on that one.
I can see that. What's both teams to score?
That one, both teams to score is minus 140.
I like that.
Yeah,
I
like that one too.
Yeah, or I've said all the time, if the Orioles win 6 games, I'll be shocked. The Orioles messed up a huge opportunity to get some revenue. They should have given Toronto whatever you wanted to come play their games at Toronto, at Oriole Park. I don't know what stopped the negotiation or whatever, but that should have been, okay, you'll give me a couple $1 million to play? Sure, play. No problem. Play your home games here. We'll become Toronto South. And that's really what they should have done. And I mean, just because they're a small market club since the Masson deal, since they lost that $115 million. They lost all that. They lost all the revenue. They lost all the jurisdiction. I mean, they're a small market club. There's no way around it. That's what they are, and that's how they're going to be put on the field. So it'll be shocked in 4 or 5 years when they still suck if you see what the town does. So Miami's trying to score here. This Phillies, if you had the Phillies in anything, that's not going well. I know I had a couple things out there.
I have the Astros in a parlay, which, yeah, that's going to be it's only top of the third, so a lot could happen.
I mean, so far, I got to look. When's the Oakland start?
That should be later. I think that's at 10. Should be in 15.
Yeah, it's 10-10. All right, I got to take something with that. The only reason that is I forgot. If you looked at our buddy Ron Crawford in the Discord, he gave 4 plays. He gave Cincy, they won 7-1. He gave Cleveland, they're winning. He gave St. Louis, they're winning. And he gave Oakland. I put them all on a parlay.
Nice.
Plus 450. Now, obviously, the game's not over, especially the St. Louis game, because they're only up by 1 run, I think. Maybe 2. 2 runs. But in baseball, that's just 2 guys on. Yeah, I mean, if you got Rays to win in the 9th, it'd be good. I had Philly closing a parlay. That's not going to happen. That was plus 280. I should have been watching that a little bit closer. Because in this stupid book, once it gets past the 6th inning, I can't live bet it.
Yeah, I think for anybody who doesn't follow Ron, if you follow him on Instagram, not Instagram, Twitter, so confused all social media. He actually puts out plays every night, even for MLB, but even for KBO and J League or the Japan League. He's pretty good follow. He does really well every night. I tend to follow some of his picks, or I'll probably add him into a parlay or something. So yeah, he's a good follow. If you're not following Ron already, you should.
Yeah, bear with me one time while I take the Angels plus 1.5 only to cover my parlay. I don't think they're going to win, but I'll take 1.5, so chance to cover twice. And I'm going to throw them in with the Philadelphia Union. Now, my official play is the A's, but yeah, this will at least give me some action in that game, and I'm fine with that. Okay. All right. I'm stupid like that, but so the Raptors won. We got the Dodgers, we got St. Louis. I could, so we'll see. It would have been nice if Philly could have won, but we shall see. They only have to get out of this jam and then score 3 innings, which, hey, they got out of the jam. That was good. Kansas City trailing here 5-2. Minnesota's up 7-5. Boo. Boy, that under was there. So we had both teams to score in this. Pohang's too high. Maybe what's Pohang -1?
Pohang minus.
Incheon sucks. They're the worst team.
But I guess these games don't. I don't really see it going over 2.5, but yeah, minus maybe like 2-0. Team props for Pohang -1 is. Why don't they have it here? -134.
I'll take that. I'll go Pohang -1. I think that's a question of I'm either getting my money back or I have a chance to win. I'll take that. At -134, that's not a lot of juice. Much better team. Playing a team they're at home. They're playing Incheon. Incheon has scored 6 goals in 12 matches. So the odds are with me. Pohang won 4-1. They won 5-3. They lost 2-1 at one point, 1-0 and 1-0. So again, Pohang at home though, it's been rock solid. I'll take my chances. All right. Anything in Sweden? Sweden's been a tough league. Norrköping is on a roll. They're by far the best team in that league. Them and Malmo are the 2 teams I like. That matchup is going to be crazy.
Yeah, Malmo. I've been betting on every time they've been playing. Yeah, they've been doing really well.
Hammarby team is a fade. I've told you that before.
Yeah.
You're going to play Falkenbergs here versus Norrköping. It's -200 for Norrköping. It's Norrköping's away. That's the only question you kind of look at. But they've been perfectly fine. They lost to Sirius last week. That didn't help. Then they drew, but then they have 2 wins versus 2 lesser teams. What's Norrköping -1?
Norrköping -1. That is. Where do they have it? -118. Not a bad price there.
I don't know. I'll take that. I don't have enough Sunday plays. I'll take that. All right. Phillies going 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 8th here. Really acting like they care. Losing to the Marlins. That's just terrible. I mean, here let me look at this. The Marlins lineup. Let's see if we remember. Jonathan Villar. Okay, I've heard it. He played for the Orioles. Jesus Aguilar. I've heard he was the first baseman for the Brewers. Corey Dickerson's been in the league for 7 years. Harold Ramirez. Who in the world is Harold Ramirez? Brian Anderson, okay, journeyman. Garrett Cooper, sucks. Ian Diaz, first year. Cervelli's been around. And then Miguel Rojas. This is who you're losing to. I mean, it helps that the only guy I've heard of is Aguilar and Villar, and they've accompanied for 2 and 3 RBIs and a home run. So that's how you're losing, strictly to the 1-2 guy of the lineup. Minnesota's got bases loaded again, because just in case if you took that over 11, you've already cashed that. What is the live on that? I might just take this for giggles, because they may never stop scoring runs. It's probably off because they have bases loaded. Do you have a live on that? Total runs? Sean?
You there?
Yeah, you there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So Chicago gets out of it. 12 runs have been scored. What do we have as a live play? Over 17.5. Is there going to be 5 more runs? Holy cow. Over 17.5. You
That's
could
crazy.
take Baltimore right now plus 10.5. Or do you take the Red Sox minus 10.5? If I was going to go anywhere, I'd take the Red Sox minus the 10.5.
You're gonna play that live?
I'm going to play it just because my disdain for Baltimore.
You really hate your own city.
It's not my home city. I'm stuck here. There's a difference. Actually, it's 10-1. They scored? When did they score?
Yeah,
Right.
it's been 10-1, so minus 10.5.
All right, I thought it was 10-0. I'm not taking 10.5 then. No. So we got 11 runs scored. Are we going to get 4 more runs scored? The Twins White Sox. Oh. If it was 16.5, I would be really looking at taking this. At 17.5, I don't know.
I should have taken the over in that. That was such a money freaking over. Why didn't I do that?
Yeah, it's sometimes funny when you look at it and you're like, oh, I saw that all the way and I didn't take it. All right, let's finish this up. Let's go Switzerland.
Young Boys.
And
my
Basil.
favorite team there. And Basil too, yeah.
Well, Young Boys has a pretty decent lead. They got a 5-point lead with 3 games to go. So,
yeah, but I can still see them winning this. I mean, probably a 2-1 game. So I think if you were to use them maybe in like a parlay, their money line, that'd be good. The over is just too high priced in this. But Basil's been pretty good.
November.
Yeah. Basil's been playing really well.
Damn it. Boston has second, third, and 1 out. They're going to give me the 10.5 right away. Damn it. I thought of taking the over 14.5 because I don't see it's Boston. Nope, they got out of it. Double play. Oh, it's kind of weird. Seattle's tied it up 1-1. Actually, sorry, Houston tied it up 1-1. Philly's got a man on first who walks with 2 outs. Let's see if we can get a 2-run home run here and get another man on and get a 3-run and go to extra innings and beat the crap out of this terrible Marlins team. Gerardo, you said you wanted Tampa Bay to close it out. They're down 6-4. Wouldn't that be the opposite way? The Dodgers start the game off with a home run. It's kind of nice. All right. Yeah, I believe Young Boys hasn't lost since last November. They're winning this game. The question is by how many goals. They'll name their number. on what they want to. But Luzerne hasn't been a bad team.
No, they haven't. I could see this like a 2-1.
Yeah. But Basel versus Logano is kind of the one shot that I would look. But again, you're not getting that. Maybe put a Basel you boys parlay together on there. Basil's got 3 more games, and they've got a Europa game. So they've got to get ready for. So they got to continue to keep their form. Yes. Yeah. I mean, you got 3 games left, and with Young Boys' last game versus St. Gelon, there's really 2 games left. As long as they're above 3 points by the time that game is, they've won the league, which they win every year, so it's not too shocking. Anything else for Sunday plays?
Outside of that, no, nothing between Severett and Zamex.
All right. Any baseball or basketball you're on tomorrow? Are you starting to get into the NBA here with it starting to come around? I mean, No,
I haven't. I mean, I haven't really taken a look at that at all. And then baseball, honestly, I've just been outside of the KBO. I just been tailing, the guys in the chat, or we got a bunch of guys in there capping the Major League Baseball. But I don't know. Are you on anything for basketball?
I've tried to go on a couple of these scrimmage games. So far, the only thing I like is kind of playing with the totals, which I generally do better at totals than I do at sides anyway. When you watch basketball from there, basketball is the one sport which, say you had $100 on a game, I bet pregame 25. Then I look at how the game's going in the first quarter. If your team's up, maybe you take the other side at plus money. And then your team, notoriously, it's very rare in basketball for the favorite team to just go out and just blow them out for the first half or the first end. So a lot of times you can wait to the first half. You can generally get a better line than what you actually got for the game, because really good teams go through the motions and then they know they can come on in the end of the third, end of the fourth. The Clippers do that all the time. So a lot of times where people are arguing 3-4 on the line, I think is absolutely preposterous. Take a quarter of your bet, put it down in the beginning. But the one thing is you've got to be into the game. You've got to watch the game. And the other thing with basketball,
yes,
it changes so quickly. Just like college basketball, you can't live bet just based on what you see, because they're not giving any effort. Doesn't mean they're not going to give any effort come the third and fourth quarter, when they basically start to say it's winning time. But a lot of these teams think they're so good and they can just roll out the bar. Damn it, Boston scored 2 runs. And they still got a runner on second and third.
You should have taken that.
Well, I was tempted to take the over 14. That's what I was really contemplating when I said, no, I'm not going to take that. But I go, I think Baltimore scores some runs here too. Now I've got to take a Boston minus 12.5 and the bottom of the 6. I can at least take that and see if we get another run. All right, I'll do that. It's giving me plus money. It's a really stupid bet, but I'm going to take it.
There we go. Astros are doing some work here. They got.
If it actually goes through before they score it. Nope. Damn it.
Man. Why'd you hit a grounder to the freaking pitcher?
What happened in the game? I can probably actually turn to the game. I am in Baltimore. Oh, the Orioles got out of it. It's only no, they gave up. Oh no, they gave up a run. It's 13-1. That's why I lost the 12.5. Actually, my book hasn't seen that yet. They're giving me a plus 175 with Boston minus 12.5.
Come on, Astros. You had runner on first and third, and you get 2 outs.
I bet could be delayed, but I've got a runner on second, up 13. No, okay, it's out. That is out. 13-1. So I took a really stupid play. Plus 180. I'm saying the Boston scores again, and the Orioles don't. That was probably a really dumb bet, but who cares? I'll just put a small beer money on it. The Angels got bases loaded versus San Francisco. Most people said this game was going over. So far, that really looks to be the case. A lot of people liked San Francisco in this game, too. I can't get anything on that live until the fourth inning. Oh. St. Louis still holding on to a 2-0 lead. Oh, so what else? What is guys in the chat on? Geraldo, KG, Yellow. What are you guys on? Actually, got to put in my Waking Cash plays.
Yeah, it is Friday night.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget that. I look and I was like, oh, it's 10 o'clock. I'll be fine.
The wife hasn't called you yet.
Oh, she will. Give it time. Give it time. Let's see. I got Parma. I got Lamont. I got Orlando City. I actually thought that was an early game. I don't know why in my head I thought that was an early game. KG, what'd you think about my two Mexican plays? KG says he's on Minnesota. Oh, he's on Minnesota versus the White Sox? It's not a bad look. And I like Minnesota's lineup. I actually really always liked this White Sox team. I thought they were an up-and-coming team. I mean, you added Donaldson to the lineup. That was big. Miguel Sano, you got to be able to move down the order, which was big. Nelson Cruz, obviously, still there. Where's the one speedy outfielder? He must be hurt. Or they traded him. I don't know. The White Sox, I mean, Juan Mercado, is he going to show up? If he shows up, that team could be great. He's off to a great start. He's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs and a home run. Jose Abreu is still there. But he's really a big swing or miss guy. And Carcion is a grandfather. He's like 400 years old. Delmonico's never panned out to be a solid player. Tim Anderson's only a speed guy. But Eloy Jimenez is the other guy they need to come through. The old Chicago prospect who they got in the trade for who was that Chicago pitcher? It's their second pitcher, third pitcher. What is his name? I traded for him a couple of years back, and he hasn't really been that great in Chicago. But Eloy Jimenez was the prize of that trade, and if he comes, that gives him another big player. He's a 5-tool guy. Be interesting to see. All right, we got the Marlins up here on the top of the ninth. We're going to have one last shot with the Philly. Tampa Bay is down to their last out. 2 outs, 6-4, bottom of the ninth. Two strikes, 2 balls. That's not looking good. Well, he's run it to a full count, though. If they can get a runner on, Geraldo's still alive. What was the Waking Cash play? There was a couple of Waking Cash plays. Wellington Phoenix was one of the Waking Cash play, which I'm really pissed in my book for. But Wellington Phoenix was the one cash. We have the Chinese Super League. I got Guenze Evergrande -1. They're the best team. I think they're going to be able to. I also took the under 3 in that game. I got Wuhan Zal is definitely play. I like. Money line is there. The Australian we already gave, Wellington Phoenix, and there's no Japan plays for Saturday. And then we're taking our shot at Olsen Honda. I just think they're the better team. Mariners go up 2-1 on the Astros. Not exactly what you want to hear. But it's what happened. The Mariners seems a pretty interesting team too. Why do I get the Tasmanian Championship? Why don't I have the A-League?
I didn't know that even existed.
I have no idea. I gotta go tell my guy and find out why. Ask why I'm not getting what I wanted. Can you find out why I'm not getting A League lines?
Goddamn Mariners. Yo, why is Verlander sucking?
I don't know why I'm getting the world's crappiest league ever. And the Orioles hit a home run. And that's gonna be a loss. 13-2. They're on a comeback. Really should have just took the over. But they enticed me. They threw that plus money out there, and I looked at it and went, ooh, my precious. Actually, I may have the game. What I didn't see is the 57 Tasmanian games. Oh, I do have the game. There it goes. Oh, cool. I don't got to yell at my league. Well, let me go yell back. Never mind. He loves those. He's like, I hate it when you do that. Just want to tell you that. I'm like, yeah, I know. All right, so we are taking Wellington Phoenix money line. Oh, I love that play. Now we're going to look at that second one since now I know I got them. They're just 55 games down. If anyone knows what the Western Australian State League game is, that like the local beer league? The Olympic Kingsway Sports Club are playing the Western Knights in Australia. I can't get real lines, but I can get that game. All right. Western United versus Melbourne Victory. What did I give out on this game? We tackled A League like very first time. I think Western draw no bet and Western over 2.75.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm getting that. Ooh, that's so nice. All right. I'm gonna take that with the Philadelphia Union because my baseball plays aren't gonna come through. Well, I'm not 100% like rock solid. That's the play, but I'll take that with the Philadelphia Union. I'm going to take Philadelphia Union anyway, so now I have a chance for that to be worth a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right, I got a text. Ha 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 ha.
What?
All right. That's the guy I texted about the game said he's not available. He's like, really, you're yelling at me about Australian soccer? He loves me because I hit him up with leagues that he's like, what?
It's like, what do you want me to do with this?
Well, he's also told me that they'll have live option for soccer for over 5.5 months now that they're working on.
It's just an API feed, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it should be, but they've got to set it up in their link. And I was like, I have live table tennis, but I don't have live soccer. I have first half table tennis, but I don't have live soccer.
In Russia, which is supposedly a scam, but who knows?
Yes. I mean, those are the things that just kind of tick me off and go, really? I can take all this stuff, but I can't take anything that's actually there. Where's my Mexican play? KG, I was going to ask you, do you agree with my Mexican plays? I would have tailed the Cubs. I'd be 3-2. Yeah, what did Ant go 3-2 today? That's good for Ant. He'll probably be pissed that I said that's good for Ant. I have no issue with it, but I just don't get it over. I really wish I asked him to join the show tonight, and I was like, we were going to go off. I was going to say, there's no way in the world Hull is losing. Guess what?
They did.
Hull lost. All right, so this is my parlay I'm going to take for my one cash and play because I told you I like this play too much. I'm taking Western United pick. I'm going to take them with Inter Milan, and I'm going to take with them with Chivas Guadalajara closing out. It's
I like that.
5. So I want to take Inter anyway. I mean, I think they're going to win. I really do.
Yeah, I think so too.
Are they going to? Yeah, KG. But I looked at Lyon lost like everybody. They lost Joel Campbell. They lost 3 other starting forwards. I mean, that's my only question. And I agree. Club Lyon has always been the team I was there, but I look at even Club Lyon's warm-ups, and they had trouble. They lost to Pachuca. Pachuca sucks. I mean, they beat Juarez there, but that shouldn't be too difficult. But it's at home for Guadalajara's. Lyon is only game they've won away is versus Juarez. So, but if I get to that, I'm probably going to be able to also hedge with Club Lyon because they're so far dogs too. So, I'll make sure I make something out of that. So if we get to that far, Toronto beats the Tampa Bay Rays. Cleveland wins. They beat Kansas City 2-0. And if those of you trying to figure out how in the world are you a Cleveland Indians fan, let's see. When I first had to pick, I started giving my baseball background. Okay. Wellington Phoenix money line. And I'm also taking the parlay that I said Western United draw no bet with Inter and Chivas Guadalajara. Maybe a double chance. Yeah, I could see that. So I root for everything Chicago, always will, always have. For the most part, I root for everything South Florida. I root for the Canes. That's where I grew up. Biggest thing. We didn't have any baseball, but that's also how I'm a Lightning fan. So I root for the Blackhawks and I root for the Lightning. We didn't have any baseball team. We used to drive up to Atlanta, Georgia every year, watch the Cubs play the Braves. That was the only way we saw baseball. But we also spent time in Stone Mountain and the whole 9 yards. So all that stuff is very important to me from a childhood perspective. So when I moved to Baltimore, I actually fell in love with Jim Thome like 4 or 5 years ago before I moved to Baltimore. My father was working for a company called MTD Products. If you're not familiar with MTD Products, they basically sell Cub Cadet lawnmowers. Their headquarters is in Cleveland, so Dad would always go to Cleveland. Dad got me tickets to, if you ever see on TV, the Cleveland Indians underground dugout. So, right where you look at that dugout and you see where those fans right there on the field. So, went there and kind of wanted to see Jim Thome. So, and kind of followed the Indians ever since that everward. So, by the time I got to Baltimore, people were like, "Why aren't you an Oriole fan?" And I was like, because I'm already an Indian fan for the American League. So I don't really root for the Orioles. But, I mean, through my kids have gotten older, we go to Orioles games, and I root for them there. But if you guys actually ask me what I'm a fan of here, I actually root for the Nationals more than I root for the Orioles because I'm a National League guy and always have been. So, but those are the parks that we can generally go to. So there. But when the Cubs play the Nationals, it's still the Cubs. So that doesn't change. That never changes. So that's the background. That's why you see the Indian shirt. There. I know. Great, interesting story. All right, let's go. Can the Phillies make it all the way back here?
Shawnee, I got to get off in
All right.
about like 5 minutes.
All right, we'll watch the bottom of the 9th here for the Phillies. It might take 5 minutes. This is so weird. I mean, I know watching soccer with no fans, but baseball is just weird because I guess because you see the stands in every view.
Well, it's because the way that they show it. Like if you watch KBO, even though there's no fans, it's still they rarely ever show like the I guess like the stadium view. Like it's always just focused in on the field.
Yeah, it should be just the overhead view what you're seeing, but you can't see pitches that way. Or get a bunch of cardboard cutouts like the Dodgers did and stick them in all the plans. Apparently, King Rail is one of the guys who got a cardboard cutout in the stands.
And in and in KBO they have like live karaoke, and then they got like the Asian girls just dancing around. So it's
Are
funny.
you staying up late and watching KBO games?
Early in the morning when I wake up at like 5 a.m.
Oh, you got to get more sleep. You definitely got to get more sleep. All right. So let's see. Who do we got up for the Phillies here and a chance to come back? Miracle comeback. We got June Segura. He's back on the Phillies. First, Brandon Kinsler for the Marlins. Then we have Jay Bruce and Sean Kingery. So we've got 1-1 so far on Segura. Oh, we have actually fast forward past 2 outs. I think this thing is getting way low on a feed. I get like 1 out and then 2 outs and 3 outs. And I don't think I'm getting a real-time action here, which really sucks for betting. Okay, no, now they changed it to 1 out. So Philly's got 1 man on, 1 out, 1 strike here. We need 1 more runner, and then we need striker. We've got big Jay Bruce. How old is Jay Bruce now? He's 0 for 3 tonight. He's due. There's Brandon Kinsler, who couldn't throw a fastball to save his life. This is all junk. It's so cavernous. I mean, especially also with soccer, at least you're watching the ball, you're watching the runs off the ball, you're watching there, and same thing with basketball. They're running up and down the floor. They go to basketball. Baseball, the guy is holding the ball for 25 seconds. And you're just looking down. All right, okay, you got hit with the ball. Coming off the hands. Ooh, that's right on the wrist. Oh, that's going to hurt.
Verlander 5 strikes.
Verlander 5 strikeouts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we're 1-1 here with Jay Bruce. Come on, we need Jay Bruce to get on, and then we're definitely having a pinch hitter. Come on, Boston. You need a runner, and then you need a run. Uh-oh. Pittsburgh's got bases loaded, 1 out. For St. Louis in a 3-0 game. Yeah, we don't want that. LA never scored in that bases loaded after the first. And that ends the game. Philly goes into a double play. And that ends the game, and that will end the show. We will end the show on Philly's double play. Well, thanks all for joining. Tell your friends. Said there. Hit me up in the Discord if you got any questions. Thanks, everybody. See y'all.
Thanks, Chris. Later.